No. We don't do that.
All right, I see y'all got the good Antonio spirit. I like it. I like it. Be selfish with your budget. Be selfish with your budget. Creating the right vehicle and budget is what we're talking about today. And I wanted to come outside and get some scenery. Creating the right vehicle. What happened?
Nothing. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, lots of Q&A today. So you get to ask a lot of questions. And I heard about University of Missouri. That boy he goes to the right colleges, I tell you. He only want to be on TV. I tell you that right now. That's what I'm talking about. You go to the right college. If you're a college football fan, you got to go to the schools you like or you hate. Just depend on how much they beat your team. It just depends. You know, it's debatable. It is debatable for sure. Creating the right vehicle and budget. If I have fixed your personal finances already, well, actually, hold on. Let me ask you a different question. Those of you who took the $500 offer challenge, whatever it was, and I met with you already, because I'm coming to everybody now. I was waiting on y'all. Y'all was the hold up. It wasn't me. Okay, y'all was the hold up. If I sat in front of you and got to your finances, would you unmute your mic?
Me.
Okay, got Grace.
Come on.
All right, got Frida. I know I got Margie today and Renee today, unless they are vacation. Yeah, I got them today. Yeah. Phil, she old school. She hand wrote her budget down. She had to go to Office Depot and scan it.
Yes, I did. I surely did too.
Yeah, I told Grace, hey, I don't care. It could have been in crayon. Just send it over. Now, I want y'all to be honest. But let me talk to you two real quick. Anybody who filled out the budget. Yeah. How good is your situation? I'm very interested to hear your feedback.
Listen, okay. Looking at your numbers, it punched me in the face. Okay. Body hits, everything. Okay. It was not a great situation. When you see your numbers, you really have a come to Jesus meeting, like for real. Okay. You do. And you when you look at what it is that you got going on, and you're like, okay, because that debt to asset ratio, yeah, okay, that tells you a lot about yourself. You know, you can't. Your numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie. Okay, so you just be prepared, and you got to be honest on that budget. Okay, and you have to be in order for him to help you. So
you grown. You got free will. You can lie all you want to. I can only help you towards your lie. You good. However you want to roll that, that's up to you. I ain't got nothing to do with that for sure. All right, Frida, yours.
Yeah, it hit me in the gut. It hit me in the gut, and there's a whole lot of things that I need to do and address, and I'm addressing them all. As a matter of fact, as soon as we get off of this call, I'm going to the bank, sir. Got some things I got to do.
Okay, that's right. That sounds like you had a conversation with me. That's okay.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Here's the deal, Kim. This is what I found out because I've been talking to everybody. I've been sneaking. You know, I'm a creeper. You know what I'm saying? I'll stalk your timeline. You know, I'll slide in your text message and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" And this is what I found out. About 80% of y'all have not filled out your financial budget. You said you did, but you have not done it. Lord have mercy. Boy, let me say a few things. And I'm going to say with a Mr. Rogers tone, welcome, my neighbor. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. But it's going to be venom the entire time. If you have not filled out your financial budget, my neighbor, you don't love yourself. No matter what you say, my neighbor, you serve a God that wants you lost in debt. For you, my neighbor, free will has shown you that you see the creator as something, someone that wants you paying to be living. Congratulations, my neighbor. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. We don't want that, okay? Okay, that's from South Park now. We don't want that. We don't want you all serving a creator that likes you in debt. Everybody who has filled, there is not a single, I've looked at, because I got people, y'all don't know it, but I got people outside of ATS2 clients, they just don't come in. I've looked at about 19 personal budgets. Not a single person is lendable. Single person is lendable. I'm not saying you're broke. I'm not saying that you're doing bad. I'm saying you're not lendable. I've had the opportunity to hang with some of the right people. Well, actually, I'm not sure if that's the case. I kind of kicked open the door and forced myself in a room of the right people. It's more accurate. That's a bit more accurate. I kind of kicked open the door. And there's a phrase that gets thrown around when you're in circles of people that constantly exchange large amounts of money. This is what, I'm gonna go inside a little bit. This is what me and Ken were talking about. You can always tell who doesn't exchange large amounts of money by how they react when it's time to do something. And in the quantities of, in the circles, the quality of circles that exchange large amounts of money, the goal is to be bankable. Someone tell me what that means.
When you, if you go into the bank for a loan, they look at your information and they're like, oh, okay, yes. They're itching to give you money.
Okay, the second one is right. It's not really about going into the bank. It's about the bank is itching to give you money.
Oh, so when you and Mr. Anthony talk about, y'all just get stuff in the mail. Hey, come on and apply for this $50,000 card. Come on and apply for this $100,000.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So what everybody here wants to do, let me sit on the other side because the sun is going to be all in your face. What everybody wants to do here, what every last one of y'all want to do is if you're building a business that is not bankable, I want you to destroy your business today. You don't, I am the worst mentor, okay? I'm the worst. I am the worst. Hold on, I got you, Deanna, before I go. I did a podcast yesterday on a very popular podcast, thanks to Deanna. And that guy's going to be on our podcast today. And I was talking about, our podcast was about if you don't have $250 million as a CEO, you are broke. You are incorrect CEO. You are CEO-ing incorrectly. Your goals are inadequate. So let me say this again. Of course, you had to listen to that. We'll see the link. But let me say this again. If you, get ready, Deanna, have built a business and it is not bankable. What's bankable? To where the bank says, oh my God, please take our money. Please, y'all got a cousin like that. Kill, come on, cuz. Let me get in on that, Kill. Come on, cousin. Come on, cuz, let me get on that. If the bank ain't trying to get in on what you're doing, you're not bankable. We're going to come back to that because we're talking about creating the right vehicle and budget. Bankable is a new phrase in class 30 that I'm giving to you all today. Go ahead, Deanna.
Okay, can you like really break down for us exactly what a bankable business looks like?
Great question. Let me back up a little bit and let's talk about bankable one more time. Right now, and Tyrell's at a VA thing. There is a lender right now begging me to finish the application. It's finished except for one piece. Why? Because I'm bankable, yes, but that's not why, Susan. Because they get a commission. Rewind, press play. When your business is bankable, the lender goes, woof, how can I get in on that? You need some money because they getting 10 points. And the bigger your ask, the bigger their commission. Grace, 10% of $1 million is what?
100,000,
Grace, 10% of 100,000 is what?
10,000,
Which loan do y'all want to write?
a million.
Okay, do it one more time before I answer the other question. Do it one more time. There are $10,000 houses out there. Have you ever tried to apply for a house for less than 50,000 and they told you, oh, we don't do those kind of loans?
So what they're really saying is, oh, that commission too small. Come on, get this. Okay.
Because the people lending for houses are used to commissions that are wonderful. Y'all see how good Kim had look? That's how good they commissions look. You hear me? That's how good they commissions look. They won't give you a $50,000 loan, Jerome, for a house. Here's your system, but they'll give an 18-year-old kid $50,000 loan for school, and they give Arshia a $50,000 loan for car notes. Okay. So the answer to your question, Deanna, is wrapped up in all those stories. A business looks bankable when the lender is drooling to get in on it. Now, what does that look like? You have, y'all ready? Good cash flow, good P&L, profit and loss, and those are the two answers. I need to give you a third answer for today's economy, because I like to give 2022 information. You understand, Jerome? And it's when it's 2023, I got to give you 2023 information. Okay.
I'm sorry, Antonio, can you go over, you said
Yep.
P&L? Can you tell me what that is again?
It means that you have more profit than you have losses. Because what we like to do, we like to have a business, make money, and then report a lot of losses. But if you keep reporting a lot of losses after 3 years, you're not bankable. If your losses are greater than profit, it's good for your income tax return.
Mm-hmm.
It's real good for your income tax return. But when it's time to come to me to get a loan, I can't do nothing with your business. So I need your profit to be greater in ratio and in perpetuity than your losses. That's P&L. You hear all the time called P&L.
Thank you.
There's a third answer for today's economy. So in order to be bankable, I gave you there's fourth answer because I gave you four. The first answer was lender needs to be drooling. Please, Kim. But you know how many people drooling over Kim's son right now? He's looking real bankable. Oh, y'all don't want to. Okay, we're gonna come back to that because I
Yeah, he
see.
does. Yes, he
Yes,
does.
he is. Yes, he
Yep.
is.
I've seen what's the movie with Jesus Shuttleworth,
Oh,
Denzel Washington.
so he got game.
He got
He
game.
got
I
game.
seen he got game. He got a whole line of women trying to be the high school sweetheart, college sweetheart. Anyway, now let me not even bother y'all. First thing I said is Linda needs to drool over you. Second thing I said is you need to have good cash flow. Third thing I said is you need to have good profit, P&L, profit and loss. And here's your fourth thing for today's economy. Your business should be in 3 areas: technology, health, and something disruptive. And that is accurate. I don't know if that's in the book, but I got a lot of friends that loan out money from hard lenders and from bankers. Well, they could be hard lenders too, to depend on what kind of bank you go to. And that's what they're investing in. Okay, go ahead, Deanna.
Okay, I got all of these jotted down.
You should, but we having a real conversation. I could not have this conversation 30 classes ago.
when it comes to your business being in 3 areas, if let me see. So if Jerome, I hope you don't mind me using you as an example. How how can Jerome be in tech, health, and disruptive with his brand?
All at one time?
How you're saying for us to do it in 2020. If he wants his business to be bankable, how?
Okay. I like that question better because I don't want to tell you what to do. So I don't want to violate your free will. But since I understand the intent of
this is about
me,
tell her.
Fair enough. Since I understand the intent of your first question, you can go into all 3 at the same time should you want to. There's a lady getting sued right now. I can't remember her name, but she had like this way to test blood for diabetes. It was $1 billion company, $100 billion company. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She's getting sued right now. She's like on her way to jail because it's like Thermo or something. Her name's, yes, something. I can't remember the name of the company. Thanos, something like that. It's somewhere around there. And that was tech, health, and disruptive. It was all 3. So you can do it. There's no doubt about it.
I thought that's what you meant. I thought that's what you meant when you said your business should be in 3 areas. In all those 3 areas.
Both and, all and, either or. That's completely, I'm none of my businesses are in health because I just started caring about health yesterday. Why the hell are my businesses in health? You got to do, it is wise for you to do what you're passionate about. Susan's business would obviously be in health. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so you got to do what you know something about. You understand? You got to do that. There's no reason for you to do something that you have no knowledge.
Having humor is health. See? Having fun is health. It's
right.
Affecting your every area of your body.
Yeah, show you right. That's a very good point. Good morning, Damali and Talisha. Yes, good morning. Deanna, what you want to do is look at your business. Tech, health, disruptive. Why in these areas? Because before the pandemic, the recession proved tech, health, and disruptive are where to go. Disruptive companies have been around, but that phrase didn't get coined in 1996 by Christian Claytonson. So we didn't even understand what disruptive technology was until he said it. It's in a book called Innovator's Dilemma. He's a Harvard business professor. You want to put your business in any category. So if you don't know about tech, if you don't know about health, then just be disruptive. How do you be disruptive? You find a new way to do an old thing. Same, we've talked about that before. Your steps of disruption real quick, as fast as possible. New way to do an old thing. Have your prototype product go to the pioneers out there who are willing to buy it. Develop a great relationship with them pioneers. Fix your prototype product. Get money, get money, get money, get money, get money again, and then go after the big boys after you created a cult following. That's your keys to disruptive company. If you didn't get that, just watch the replay, press pause. There you go. Health company can be anything in health. How does Jerome make his company bankable? Or in these areas, you take your product and you pivot it to be the first ever or the first area of an old thing. Let's take humor consultants, because Susan just set me up for alley. You go into Shriners Burn Hospital and you do workshops for burn victims, and you study the not only level of happiness, but the quality of life and its improvements for the people you have connoted and humor consulted versus those you can't get to. And this is how you become a tech company too. You collect that data through data science, and then all of a sudden you've done two things. Your business is in health due to the fact that you specialize in burn victims, which unfortunately we're not going to stop having any burn victims, not until technology improves. And then you're now in data science, now monitoring quality of life. So you got different metrics that most companies don't have. And you can now sell those data points, not the information, just the technology of those data points, to small businesses that want to improve the quality of life at their workplace. Or well, actually, it would be small businesses. That would be Fortune 100 companies that would be concerned with that, not small business. Small businesses, you're just trying to get your money. Everybody get your money. And there you go. You get what I did, Deanna? Not only to answer the question, I gave you an example. And as soon as the humor consultants were to pivot, you got to pivot your whole company. Maybe you just have one division of it. Right there, they're now in health. It was as simple as that. Did I tell Phil to go to University of Texas Medical Branch and get a bachelor's and then a master's and a doctorate? No. Do what you do. Just pivot it to an area, and then now that's going to change, how you take that data, whatever your methods will change there. Because I can't tell you what your methods look like. That's up to you. Cool? Let's go back to, we're still on Bankable, but let's go back to it again. Bankable. I need this to be your new phrase. I was doing one of Law's pages on his website yesterday, and I knew better. I know Law, no matter how perfect I got this page, Law was still going to say something, because I've been working with Law for 4 or 5 years, 5, 6 years. And he ain't gonna say nothing wrong. Everybody has their preference. I also know when I work with Law, some of the things that I do are a tad bit more archaic than Law's taste. See how I handle that. Law has eclectic taste. So I got to a point in which I said, okay, let's check this out. This was, so you can see the vision. And he was like, yep, do this. And I was like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get on Zoom together. Because I understood, Jerome, that at this point, the website is good, but it's not bankable to law. So instead of me keeping going, I need him to tell me what is bankable to him. You get it? He can see the work is done, but I understand this process of bankable. He needs to drool over that page and say, ooh, can I have another one? And if that's not the case, it's not bankable. All right, good. So it's great examples. So let's almost conclude on bankable. In my circles, if you're not bankable, you're not allowed in the circle. Uh-oh. We're not talking about only quality friends. Only quality people. I think that's what Les Brown says. You're not bad at quotes. Something like that. He said something like that. It's smart. Whatever it is, it's very smart. We're talking about association. If you're bankable, then you hang around bankable people. Let me show you something. Frida, Margie, Renee, Grace, Talisha, all said, I'm taking that personal finance thing in law, taking that personal finance thing, I got to roll with it. What do all these people have? Businesses that's actually in motion. Rewind, press play. Not businesses on social media. Businesses in motion. They are in it. They get beat up every day. And every day they are paying bills or trying to make more money. So the only people who took the offer are the people getting punched in the face.
Don't leave out the gut and the gut getting punched in the gut too.
Two to the body, one to the head.
Exactly. Because by association, and this isn't a good or bad thing, by association, all those people, they act alike. Because when you have a business in the works, you don't hang with people that have a business taking 10 to the body, 2 to the gut. Y'all not in the same circle? I just made a very strong point. Hey, you're not in the same circle. You're just not in the same circle. So when you're bankable, it means you can get just about anything, or at least you can leverage just about anything. And you only meet people who can leverage just about anything. Sure, you can call that law of attraction, but I want to make it more simple, Susan. I want to say that this is human behavior. Phil and Susan are in Florida in an upscale community. Let me say, Grace is in Galveston in an upscale community. Grace Church is in Galveston, considered to be upscale amongst Black churches. Oh, hey, oh, you're so awesome. Thank you. You can tell I come here a lot. Got me a little freaky.
What was that? What was that?
The Lord's blessings. Okay, that's what it was. That's what it
Oh,
was.
oh my God. No, he didn't go
All
there.
right, that's what it was. That's what it was. All right.
I need to know that flavor.
Yeah, it's got some little coffee right there too. That's awesome. Grace, how many white people do you talk to a week? Go ahead. Don't lie.
None.
Are you against white people?
Not at all.
Okay. I'm trying
Phil
to prove
said,
a
"Am I
point.
chopped liver?"
Well, you know, it's like Philly says it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're like, yeah, get it, right? But think about this. By association, she gets into her black skin, looks in the mirror, sees a black woman, gets into a car in a seat where a black woman sits, drives to a black church, takes her black self back home. We're not talking about preference. We're talking about association. I'm not telling you, I got you, Deanna. I'm not telling you that she is right. And I'm not telling you she's not trying to talk to white people. Or how many Mexicans do you talk to, Grace? A
None.
week? Okay. By association, how many church people do you talk to, Grace?
My goodness.
Is
Yeah.
there anybody you talk to not of the church?
No.
Okay, thank you so much. By association, the room she is in is the only room she meets. I'm trying to prove something. If all you do is country clubs, if you're a white man and all you do is country clubs, you're not trying to talk to black people. Assuming there's no black people in the country club, you get in your house, you take the same road to the country club, right? And you go, there's no deviation. There's no deviation. What am I saying about this? Some of y'all have the wrong vehicle because you associate with people with the wrong vehicle, with no vehicle. I was making a point the whole time, Ken. The whole time I was making a point. And you can't change if I say right now, all right, everybody, I'm going to open up. I've totally changed Frida's finances. I've totally changed Grace's finances. I've totally changed somebody else's finances. You don't know. They got budgets now, and I put them on a retirement plan. They're going, if they do what I said, they will retire within 12 to 24 months. I guarantee it. You can't, because I was very harsh on their spending. Very harsh. I flat out told Frida, why are you here? What's you doing? What is you doing? I did. I was not kind, Susan. I was not kind at all. Why? What are you doing? Who are you trying to impress?
And I'm so grateful for his unkindness.
Who are you trying to impress? The finances says you need to do something different, right? Get ready, Deanna. By association, you're going to have the budget of the people you hang with. And I'm not talking esoterically. I'm saying that outside of Phil and Susan's community, unless they deviate in the middle of a pandemic at their age and never use the internet again, they just roll into their community, right? Until change. And we're not talking about preference. We're saying something harsh that I say to people. And I know my man Otis is going to get it. This is what I'm saying. You can't meet me if you don't make my kind of money. One more time. I'm going to say a little kinder this time. You can only get into the room of what you have and what keys in your pocket. It's not that you don't deserve to be in a room. You just ain't thinking about moving rooms. Right now, if I said, all right, everybody, I knocked out two, I could take two more people for $500, I would make sure you retire. The same type of person is going to join again. It won't be nobody different. If you thinking about it, it won't be you. If you, y'all ready? Y'all ready? If you got problems with perfection, it won't be you. See that? There I go again, Susan meddling. if every period must be in a ranked spot and every team must be in a rank, you would never fix your finances. Because the whole point, I told this to Grace and Frida yesterday. If you coming to me to fix your finances, you dead. You dead and conscious enough to know, hell, I've been dead. If you don't come to me your finances, you good, or you're a perfectionist in denial. This is what it is. Okay, go ahead, Dion.
Okay, you answered my question, but my question was how much.
Damali said association is driven by location.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You answered my question, but I'm gonna still ask it because my question was how much.
I'm sorry, I upstaged. In theater, they call that upstaging. I was supposed to be in the background. And I was doing too much. I was taking off your key lines. I'm sorry. But this was
It's
good.
okay. What is it?
It's definitely a cappuccino with non-Susan approved ingredients inside of it.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to find out.
Yes.
Please, sir.
Yes.
But my question was because you were talking about association and you asked Grace 2 questions. And it hit me. How much does association destroy our opportunities of having a bankable business?
100%. 100%. Just it was. I thought you were going somewhere else with that, but 100%. Period. Point
Okay.
100%.
Okay, so part 2 of that question: how does one open up their associations to be the bankable business you're talking about?
Y'all are not gonna like my answer. But Phil, Susan, Otis, and Law, and Jerome, and Monica, we understand it with, and now Kim for sure. I don't know about Kim in her personal life, but I do know her son can't be in these Baylor and now Missouri without this understanding. You pay for it. I dare you find a disagreement for the people I called out.
You right, Rep.
You pay for it. If you you pay
Ain't no
for
way around it.
You pay for it. Go ahead, Susan.
Yeah, it's like, we moved to a very upscale community in Ohio. We joined the country club there. We, played golf. We did the spas. We networked.
Kids went to the best school.
The kids went to the best schools, and we network with all these people, and you get business from them. You're having fun. You're, living in nice areas and everything's nice, and you network with the people and things happen.
And surely you did that for free, Susan. Surely.
No, that it costs money to do that. It costs money, and you budget. You find other ways to, if I needed a really nice dress and we didn't have it, I went to the resale shop and got it.
Yep. You see it?
Oh, where did you get this? I don't remember exactly. I've had it for a few years.
I know that's right. Because they got some really good stuff at the resale shops. They really do.
I love, I love resale shops. You find designer things that you couldn't even find. And, it's kind of like one of a kind type things. I learned that early on from my dear Aunt Mary that, was a model and designer in her day. And she taught me all those things early on in the 60s and 70s. Go to Filene's Basement in Boston. You're down in the basement. I don't know if you know what Filene's Basement is. Yeah,
I heard of it.
It's like, oh, what are the top stores? It's one of the most upscale clothing stores ever. And then they have, the basement downstairs where you just stand in the aisles and try on clothes. And so she taught me all those things early on, and the value of just, my mom always too. I mean, I went to school dressed like Nantucket, like I was, on Nantucket, and I lived in Southern Ohio. It didn't go over well. That's another example, because I was out of place,
That makes sense.
I look better than everybody else. I dress better than everybody else. So what I did, I started babysitting so I could go to Walmart places and buy clothes so that I could fit in with the kids. And I would, on my way to school, I would change and put different things on so that I could fit in,
That makes you make a very, very good point, Susan.
Yeah.
Because you can offend people. You can't wear a tuxedo to the beach.
Right.
There's a proper time to wear a tuxedo, and wearing one to the beach will offend just about everybody at the beach. Very good point. Very good point. Super good point. So, Susan, if since you're here, it seems to me that you all have had extreme success and met extremely successful people because you paid for access. Is this fair to say?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's a lesson there. Let me go ahead and do my thing. 90% of y'all don't pay for access. So you can't, how your vehicle gonna change? How your budget gonna change? It is what it is. That's got nothing to do with me. Continue to stay here and all them other places for free. Don't buy me one bit, because my business model is set off a value ladder. That means there's free people and paid people, and I'll walk you up. So you have a place. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I am telling you, money is speed. Grant Cardone will do another 10X. It'll be next year because he just finished it. He had President Donald Trump on stage. Will you learn something? Debatable. Should you say, yes, I will, because I'm going to learn something in any situation? Sure. But why are you really going there? I'm paying $25,000 for my ticket.
Connection.
I don't want to meet nobody who paid $1,000 for their ticket. Am I telling you not to pay $1,000 for your ticket? No, please go. At least you're in the building. But as for me and my goals, what's the platinum ticket? I want that one because I'm looking to leave this conference with new business partners and ventures. I'm not done yet. So I know this conference is going to cost me $50,000. It's going to cost me $50,000 because I'm going to spend $25,000, and then I'm going to sit in the same mastermind group, and I'm looking for the one dude that do what I want them to do. Let's say it's business financing. And I'm going to say, Paul, tell me about your business financing. And they're going to tell me, and I'm going to say, well, Paul, how much it costs? And Paul's going to say, well, it's $1,500. But Paul, how much do it cost to get next to you? And Paul's going to say, $20,000. And now I'm going to spend $20,000 to get next to Paul, who does business financing, who also I got next to Grant Cardone, who does everything. So when I leave, I'm going to leave spending $50,000. But somewhere in the next 90 days, I'm gonna get with Paul and say, how can I get 250,000? Because I paid you. There's a lesson.
Yes.
Somebody we know did that.
There's a lesson there. And the lesson is simple. Pay for access. And you'll never change your budget if you don't pay for your access. You'll never change your vehicle if you don't pay for access. And that wasn't part of my agenda. That was Deanna's question. So don't think I put it out there. It wasn't my job to put it out there. I'm just trying to tell you what it was, okay? In finances, you got to choose the right vehicle. We covered that, but I want to go deeper into it now. Let's take Kim's son, perfect example. He got 2 more years of eligibility, right? Do y'all think Kim's son is, and he got a degree too, right? He graduated. Yeah, let's just process a little bit of information here. Is he going to school to play ball? Yep. Is he going to school to get to the league, NFL? Yep. Does he understand that he need to politic to get there? Everything is politics, especially when you're handing out $15 million a year checks. So who y'all think this boy hanging with? Yeah, let me guess. At this point, the division would have set itself. Folk with a chance to go to the league, folk guaranteed to go to the league, folk trying to get a degree. He got a degree. Y'all think he hanging with them? I sure hope he got somebody like me in this here. I sure hope he do. You know what I'm saying? He hang with them. At this point, he done already did the experience. He's grown already just because what everybody trying to do, he didn't finish. There's a lesson in there, Amanda. He's now a giant amongst men. His only goal is league. And I can guarantee you, people under him trying to get to him, and he trying to get to wherever the people guaranteed to go into the league at. His job is not just to learn plays, but to learn who can get to the right camps so he can get the right scouts to give him a look. Am I lying, Kim? I guarantee you him and Kim have plenty of scout conversations.
And that's one of the reasons we picked that school. He had, well, y'all know I had 2 weeks of travel, but after a week, we had a hard conversation because that's an SEC school, and SEC is like the mini NFL. So all these other schools, when we went toward the school, the equipment they had, the facilities, the contacts, all of that was there. And the NFL comes to their combine, like all 31 teams. So they have 2 people that are guaranteed to be drafted this year that play on the ends. He's going to be in the middle. So all he needs to do is handle his business. They don't even know you right now. They're going to be saying, who is that Landry kid in the middle? So it's all about, and I had to pound that in his head. It's about being at the right place at the right time. It's about the connections, because SEC, like all these other schools, they don't have, like, for instance, one of the schools, 23 NFL teams came to their NFL day. Well, SEC, all 31 teams come. So again, it's about being in this, having the visibility. They're on TV every week. So they're going to see you every week. So you have to perform, but that's the hard conversation we had, and that's how he made that decision.
She just made me understand why Texas A&M moved to the SEC.
Can y'all clap for her brilliance?
Awesome. Way to go, Kim. Awesome.
She taught the whole class better than me. Let's break down what she said. Son, time out. Forget all that emotional stuff, all that equipment. Son, they tried to sell you with what they got. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, son. Over here, 2 folk is going to the league. Over here, all 31 teams got to come over here. So not only is that 1 scout a piece for the 2 people, and then 31 potential scouts for the 2 people, but they looking in your area. Help me, somebody. And I'm not saying switch to DN. I'm saying as they get the double teams and the attention, you do the same thing they doing. Because they already looking at 4 people, but they're already looking at 2 people. But in the direction of 4, you might as well be the one they need to look at too. And you got
I'm sorry. I gotta shout. I gotta shout because you're in it. You're like right on the field. I'm sorry. You brought it right home. Kim, keep it up. You're doing exactly what it is because they came there for those 2. When they leave, they'll be asking about the one in the middle.
Right.
And then not only will they be asking about the one in the middle, but they're gonna keep seeing the one in the middle. Yep. And then that's gonna make them go find the one in the middle. That's gonna make him stand so much more in front of the 2 on the end. Because everybody gonna want the 2 on the end. But then when they all get back in the truck, they gonna say, but did you see the one in the middle? And then everybody's gonna get tapes. And girl, I'm sorry, I had to shout on that. You gotta go with your staff, mama. That's exactly how you do it. And every play, show up. They gonna be like, who the hell is he? What's that number? Like
Adrian,
girl, they gonna move the buttons for him because they're just gonna want to know who is the one in the middle.
Adrian, I want you to go back. No, I want you to go back, Adrian, and watch this replay. That's your coldest sermon ever. Let's do it again. They came to the crucifixion. They came to the.
But they looked up and they saw your son.
I am shouting in the kitchen because, girl, I was listening to you. I said, this is doing it right. But your breakdown, Antonio, I said, oh my God. Don't hit it. Oh, I had to hit it. Oh, man, I had to hit it. Who is the one in the middle? Come on, God.
They keep asking about that one in the middle. Keep talking about that one in the middle.
One in the middle. They still trying to figure out who he is. That's cold.
Okay. Sir,
yes, ma'am.
I had to take a call, but I just came back and I just heard the end conversation. I asked Deanna, I say, is Adrian talking about Jesus and the 2 thieves? Because I didn't hear the conversation.
She sure was.
They your church all day because I ain't saying nothing about Jesus and the 2 thieves. Okay. But understand how when you win in the building and you with people that are in the same thing that you in, when you talk, they can hear it. So all that says is that if you're in the wrong building or the wrong room, people be talking over you, under you, around you, and you don't even know. So everything that you said was like, yes, but you're right. Kim came in and preached this whole thing. And I just heard the one in the middle.
In the middle. All right. And everybody else saying, oh man, our shoulder pads and our practice facility, and we got the weight room and all that stuff. And Kim said, son, time out. Your mama been here a little bit longer than you. Just, you're being too emotional. And on top of that, son, if folk is trying to sell you, that ain't where you need to be. Wait a minute, son. Wait a minute. These folk over here got folk going to the league regardless. Now, they want you, but they don't need you. Okay? But they got a spot for you. And they got a whole line of people trying to get in that spot. And everybody gonna be looking in this vicinity. So you might as well be looked at too. Just do your part and do your job.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Ain't that how you're supposed to be? You're supposed to be caught doing your thing. Do what you're supposed to be doing in the way that you're doing it so that you can stand out. Your gifts will make
Exactly.
room for you.
And Kim is saying, but in this vehicle, son, when you do your thing, these folk already paid all these billions of dollars for scouts to come. This is the right vehicle.
Now that is a nasty shout. That's one of the nasty shouts
I
right
told you,
there. Because you didn't even put it. Listen, but no, there is so many people that would want to be seen. And like you said, there's a difference from 26 showing up and all 31 showing up. Because and then the funniest part is you can get picked by any.
Any.
I'm done with you.
Y'all hear that? That's what happens when you choose the right vehicle. This is pure finances. And here's the deal. And I have to, Kim, you always know when something bothers me. I have a telltale sign. Whenever I think about people and I go, it means somebody getting on my nerves. I do it all the time. I sit here and I be like, because I want to say, you blankety blank, get it together. You're God on earth. But this is me going, everybody got free will. Let me be quiet. Huh? So let me do it to y'all. But y'all don't want to pay for access to the University of Missouri. Yeah, you didn't hear me. Yeah, you think he got there for free? He can have 15,000 years of scholarship. It wouldn't even matter. He had to go. First off, he had to pay his dues in high school. Then he had to do a whole ride at Baylor. And let me tell you about scholarships. Don't let these full ride scholarships fool you. Susan, these ain't no full ride scholarships. They 1 year contracts for you to do better and don't get hurt. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what it is.
You're right, because the moment you get hurt,
or the moment you underperform, that ain't no full ride no more. So he paying. He did a whole military career, a whole college career, one college. Now got to start over. New kid on a block and another one. I know folks still in bad relationships because you don't want to get back out in the dating world. This boy got right back out in the dating world. Come on, Susan.
Well, I was just thinking on, a different level and scale for the people on the call here. When we ask you to find the Rotary clubs in your area, we do that so that, and they're looking every week for someone to speak for 20 minutes.
Good point. Good point.
And so you're going to be in front of business leaders in the community. And they're going to hear your message. There's going to be at least one person that's going to respond to what you're saying and offer suggestions and places for you to go and all that. You're building a relationship. You get all their business cards. You're creating, your email list from that. There's so much that you get from doing that. You get to practice. It's just 20 minutes. And you're going to meet business leaders in the community. The same thing for the Chamber of Commerce. If you live in a city, you can join the smaller Chamber of Commerces. You can go for free for, it depends on the chamber, at least one time. Usually it's like 3 times before you have to join. And so these are opportunities for you to position yourself in your community as an expert in whatever it is you're offering.
Man. All right. Let me thank you, Susan, because you just did what Kim did. She telling y'all.
Thank you.
Susan said, I'm an Antonio up what she said, so y'all can hear her with the left side of y'all ears. Susan said, y'all, we've been saying what Antonio been saying. If you come to Tuesday nights and do your keynote, we'll tell you what you're learning right here. You know, she nice. I have a nice problem. You know what I'm saying? How would you think about this, Rick? I'm gonna end with 4 things. You have to create the right vehicle. Am I telling you that streaming your videos on YouTube is the right thing? Debatable. I'm doing it right now. Some folk watching. The more I do it, more people watch. Am I telling you, after you stream them to YouTube, take your audio, strip it, put it on podcast, take that video, play it 2 times a month, everywhere, for the next 12 months. So if you got 70 videos, that's 140 different plays times 12. You missed it. 70 times 2 times 12. Not sure what that number is, but it's a real sexy number. You create a different vehicle. Am I telling you that Grant Cardone $25,000 ticket is worth it? Debatable. Is it going to be worth it? Probably not. Is it worth it when you act like Phil and Susan and say, Paul, I read your book. Hell yeah, it's worth it. Because the goal is to flip 25,000 to get into a deal that make you 250,000. Take that 250,000, put it down on a loan to get $1 million. Take that $1 million, get a $4 million apartment complex, all from a $25,000 ticket.
Bravo.
That's the goal. The goal is it, and but what do? We go, I don't know. Antonio be charging. First off, you doggone right I be charging. Because as long as the Lord has left me on earth, I have to pay to be here, number 1. Number 2, I charge because if I don't charge, then I cannot be a good leader because I'll have people trusting me and I'm leading them to poverty. And every business must take its time to grow its capital. But at some point, compensation need to be greenbacks. At some point, you gotta get out them stock options and be like, Antonio, stocks don't go in my microwave. You hear me? I can't put these, I can't boil them stocks in this quinoa seeds. Like I can't drink them videos. I need some resources. And that makes sense. So for those of you scared to create the right vehicle, not creating the right vehicle, not paying for access, and not taking the $500 opportunities to fix your butt, makes no sense for you to have $500, not spend it to retire. But that's on you. I didn't expect everybody to do it, and I didn't want everybody to do it. And I said I didn't want everybody to do it. Y'all know how I am. I want to give y'all 4 things to help you be more like Phil and Susan. Help you be more like Kim and her son. Do you understand how Kim had to raise her son for him to go, you right, mama. Yeah, Phil's right. Let's clap for that just for a moment. Let's just clap how she raised this boy. This don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. He clearly got discipline. And all that working out he do, you know he's sexy. You know he's sexy. You know what I'm saying? He big fine. You know, he can't be on the defensive line small. It don't work like that. I want to give y'all 4 things. Let's call this Antonio's 4 things to learn. I don't feel like being creative. Feel the wordsmith it later. Antonio's 4 things to learn. Number 1. Well, let me say 3 things in front of it first. Life and business has changing seasons. Like, let me just say that. Life and your finances has changed in season. Life and business has changed in season. Number 1, Grace, learn how to handle the winters. They come regularly. Jim Ron said this way before I got here. What comes after the winter? Spring. That's literally how you sound. What comes after the spring? Fall. Just do it. Learn how to handle the winters. They come regularly. If you are in a cutback season, if your finances are not being wise, if you're not being wise with your finances, if you say, I hear you, Antonio, paying back, says, I'm not paying for I understand. You in the winter, learn how to deal with them. So Yolanda says, well, how you deal with them, Antonio? Well, I got 2 things for you, Yolanda. Number 1, winners won't change. You have to. You missed it. You can't go outside and be like, stop snowing. Hey, stupid winter, I want to harvest in you. No, winners won't change. You do. That's your job.
No, you got to go build the greenhouse to cover your stuff for the winter.
There you go. There you go. Winters will not change. You have to. And the second thing I'll say inside this number 1 is don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Literally. I've listened to way too much Jim Rohn. Don't wish it was easier. Wish that you were better. Oh, Lord. There I go meddling. There I go again. Number 2, Deanna. Learn how to take advantage of the spring. Uh-oh. Here's the deal. If you in the cutback season, let me help y'all out. It's going to run out. Okay. Let me say it a different way. Trouble don't last always.
Mm-hmm.
Joy will come in the morning. Never have I seen the righteous forsaken,
Watch it.
seed begging for bread.
Okay. I heard somebody say on YouTube, it was a gentleman preaching at TD Jakes' church, and he said, what a lot of y'all don't realize, and I had to learn it too, that when they say joy come in the morning, the morning happens after the minute after midnight. You know what? You're so right. That's when the morning begins.
Yeah. The morning is not a gift. The morning is a guaranteed journey. The morning is guaranteed, but you're just not going to float there. You got to go through the sleepless nights. So Amanda says, all right, Antonio, so what should I do then? And get ready for spring. Create the right vehicle. That was my whole talk. See, that's it. Just do that. You doggone right. In the winter, you get better. So in the spring, your vehicle can multiply the harvest.
Rewind, press play.
In the winter, you get better. So in the spring, your vehicle can multiply the harvest. I don't know what else to tell you. All right, so Deanna says, well, I hear you, Antonio. You know I'm trying to change. I hear you. So what's the third thing I should do? Well, Amanda said it. You got to learn how to protect your harvest all summer. What's up, boy?
What?
Hold on, Rick.
What's up, my brother from another mother? How you doing, man?
Hey, good to see you.
Looking good, man.
Yeah, that's my partner, homie from high school.
That's why
Yeah,
he
we
did it
protect
outside
each
today,
other.
y'all. That's why he did it outside. He wanted to show us his outside. What he do. He's
so
bringing
that's
it
my boy.
natural.
That's my boy Larry. Yeah, we used to play football together. We used to be on 35th and M.
So you do have some real friends, huh?
He know P Dot. You understand?
Wait a minute. Not 35th and M again, though.
Yeah.
Is that M&M's? I'm just playing.
Something like it.
M where all the black folks be. That's
Yeah,
what he
that's
told
it.
us the other day.
You sound
It's
like
what-
you've been there, Adrian. You
It's
sound like
what
you've been there.
it's
He
what I told
talked
Phil.
about 35th and M the other day.
That's what I told Phil. Don't wear blue over there. Don't do that. Don't do that. You red. Go wear red over there. Go wear red over there. So Deanna says, and Amanda alluded to it, Deanna says, what would I do next, Antonio? Well, number 3, you got to protect your harvest in the summer. You got to use technology and wisdom not to let the hard ground and the hot sun beat up what you worked hard for. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? You work real hard on your business. And here come this food about to ruin it. I'm not even gonna bother y'all about that. I just want to say, let me say a few good things right here. Y'all ready? Bugs and weeds will eat your harvest. Some people are bugs, some investments are weeds. It is what it is. That's why Susan say, go to the Rotary Club. There's less bugs over there. It's less weeds over there. Go to the Rotary Club because it's the truth. It is the truth. Go over there. It's less over there.
Sir, you said some people are bugs, some investments are weeds.
That's right.
Okay.
Investments will choke that harvest out. Bugs, they eat your stuff up. How many of y'all had somebody in your life eating up all your blessings? Let me help you here.
Yes.
When you keep these people around, God starts limiting your blessings. Jerome, King James Bible says, cast not my pearls to swine. So you stop getting overflow because the universe understands, oh, you ain't gonna do nothing but kill it anyway.
Jesus.
I just
That
want to say
makes so much sense.
I just want to say one more thing about this. Number 3, every garden, and I promise you, Phil and Susan, and anybody over 50 go agree with this. Every garden, what's a garden? Marriage, business, prosperity, whatever you got going on will be invaded and will be audited. I don't care what you are. I don't care how much you believe. I don't care how much you read the books in the 5 love language. I don't care how much y'all meditate together and pray together. Somebody is going to invade that marriage. I wish I had somebody. Somebody is going to invade that garden.
Oh, you got somebody.
Somebody is going to invade your mind. Somebody is going to invade your customers. It will happen. And you will be audited. At some point, you will look back and go, Deanna, we didn't do right with this. We can't get scammed again. Yeah, I don't want to. And lastly, number 4, learn how to reap in the fall without complaint. I want to talk to 2 different people here. Let's talk to the people who hate their lives. Take full responsibility. Because everything is about the fall. Remember, Paul calls, let me not do that. I'm going to do it anyway. Jesus was the first fruit of the harvest. That's not my words. That's got nothing to do with my words. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of you that don't like your life, that won't pay for access and won't do it, that just won't, take full responsibility of what's about to happen to you next. When you see Renee, and this is what y'all gonna do, because right now, and we all do it, right now, you about to get out of here, boy? Already. All right, man, hit me up, man. I forgot. Give me your number.
What's your number? Call you right now.
409-500-1546.
Right there. Here's all I do is work and go home. I don't do nothing else.
That's it, man. That sounds like you successful. I got you right now. I did. But he said all I do is work and go home. I don't do nothing else. That sounds like you successful. You know how hard it is to get in trouble when all you do is work and go home? You cannot get in trouble working and go home. I don't know that was an accidental word from God. I work, go home. Kim's son say I practice and I read my books. Practice, I read my books. You can't get nobody pregnant practicing and reading your books. Practicing and reading your books. Anyway, I ain't gonna bother y'all. She's like, hallelujah. If you don't like your harvest, or if you won't change, whatever you do in the fall, which is like the major harvest, take full responsibility for it. And it's okay. Just, you made your bed, lie up in it. For those of you, now I gotta say this, and all my, not my empath's gonna appreciate it, but your Jeromes and your Fields are gonna be like, man, I'm glad you told them that. If you win, don't you feel bad for winning? I'm talking to y'all. You earned that. Oh, shit. You earned that. You came to class. If September 30th, you become an apartment complex owner, you was in class. Stop letting people make you feel bad for paying for access. I'm gonna end you with a story. I was talking to Frida was like last time, oh, I got a friend. She read it. She got $5,000 and such and such and such and such. This is the position I'm in, Jerome. The novice would have jumped at that. Frida, tell him what I told you.
That she has to be associated with you. She has to know you. You have to know her. You have to have a relationship.
I say, Frida, did y'all hear me? I say, Frida, I appreciate you doing a good job. But if I don't know somebody, I don't want to know somebody.
Nope.
And I told them on top of that, the SEC is like, oh yeah, you can't take nobody. Unaccredited investors. Nope, that's actually law.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually law. But more accurately, I'd rather be Chick-fil-A than McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather you walk in to ATS and know this is a long-term relationship.
That's right.
If you expecting a short-term relationship, which we got plenty of those people, that's beautiful. But get to the point, y'all, where you can turn down $50,000. You can turn down, in the last 30 days, Grace and I'm gonna tell you, I've turned down $150,000. Just sent it to other people.
I think when it comes down to things like that, Tonio, what you're saying is no new friends.
Well, yeah, partly, that's for sure. That's for sure. No, what I'm saying is get so much money that you don't think about money. That should be your goal. To have so much money, you don't think about money. Because, to borrow the words from Lisa Nichols, good people do good things with a good amount of money. We'll see y'all at 10:30. I do want to say one thing real quick before we disconnect. Some of you are getting messages about your credit. All right, let Jerome see. Some of you are getting messages about your credit. Everybody is being contacted. I did what I said I was going to do. I don't owe the other party. That's the other party's karma. But when you can do something about it, I don't want to start another class, but when you can do something about it, you owe it to the light to do something about it.
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Let me cut you off for just a minute. Just a minute, sir. Then I'm gonna let you have it back. Folks, along these same lines, when this situation began and started, when Antonio opened his mouth and spoke, I says, I like what he got to say. I want a piece of that, and I paid for access. During the journey, some things happened that weren't anticipated. But because it started with Antonio, and his word is his bond, he said, no, we're not going to have that. But he gave the other party an opportunity to do the right thing because they had the ability to do the right thing, but they chose not to. And because they didn't, he said, you know what? I'm going to handle this. But what I really want to say to everybody was this. I have, and then Tony will tell you that, Grace will tell you, I never picked up the phone and called them and complained about this situation. But I needed those resources. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But what I knew was I put my faith in someone named Antonio T. Smith that I knew was a man of his word. And guess what? I got that phone call. Now, he thought I got the phone call this morning, but I didn't. I got the phone call about 3 days ago. He ain't know nothing about that. You see what I'm saying? Hello. But the point I'm trying to make is I trusted him and he came through as he always does. And folks, we need to trust those people who are trustworthy. That's all I'm saying.
I'm working out something for Monica, Daoud, and Law right now. They got 900 credit scores, so I got to do something different for them. I got to do something different for them because they were on a different path. But I am working on it. So Monica just clapped. I am working on it. I know exactly what to do, but I need the 48 laws, my power. I need the 48 laws of power my way in there, Phil. I don't want to do that. Exactly. But genuinely, everybody's been contacted. And it's a list. I got the list. I got everything done. You're getting emails, you're getting text messages, boom. And I just want to end with this. I don't know. I'm gonna blend two ideas. There are no mistakes. You can't be the light in the light. There's nothing else that I can stress to you. I mean, in some place I look bad, some place I look good. That's not up for me to decide, right? That's not my. I didn't come here. I mean, you know how many people don't like Jesus, don't like Muhammad, don't like Mother Teresa, like, you know what I'm saying? You Google Walmart right now, Walmart's a scam. It don't matter, right? You're never gonna have everybody like you. But I can tell you this for sure. I started two things recently. I started coming to this Starbucks. Deanna actually introduced it to me. I come here for one, I'm finishing up vibing, and it forces me to get my blank together, Margie. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta sit here. Don't nobody be want to sit. You know I'm an introvert. There's no way you think I enjoy sitting here. But it forces me. It's number one. Number two, I keep sitting here sharing the light. If you think for 1 second that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not coming up in
You
here.
don't have to keep bragging.
If you think for 1 second a minute, I'm not coming up here going, what's your name? Tell me what you do. Right? Everybody in here know I'm a programmer. And when I get in here, they go, hey, had another meeting? They do the same thing. Because I just got this feeling there's a lot of good people. Well, I don't say good people. There's a lot of world changers in this Starbucks. Don't know why. I can't prove it. But I might as well be the light here too. If you can do something about it, do
Trust your
something about
gut.
it. That's it. If you can do something about it, do something about it. Am I paying $95,000 to fix something I didn't mess up? You doggone right I am. Talisha alone cost me $554 for 90 days. So am I doing it? Yeah, you doggone right I'm doing it. But when you can, Amanda, do it. And these are my last words.
Minute, wait, before you last word it, I just wanted to say, that was powerful right there. That is day 18 in my book. If you can make a difference, you should make a difference. You better go on. You better go and be the light, bro.
That's it, man. That's it, man. 100%. My last words, and I'm gonna speak this from. I'm translating into your language. Okay, I don't know. I started a Christian background at 15, so I have a Christian background. You got to translate into your language. But Christianity was never meant to be comfortable. If your spiritual journey, if your religion, if you're living it in comfort, you're not a disciple. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can't play better. You can't dominate. Love you, everybody.
Love you more.
Love you more. Love you more.
My God.
We see y'all at 10:30.